Hey guys, this is Skullz channel, and this is my second video on my HTML basic codes tutorial. I did get a request. Someone did enjoy that video very much, and I am going to be creating a second one with a few more advanced codes. I'm very disappointed with myself and quite gutted because I did delete the folder with all the files I created in that last tutorial. So I've had to whip up one folder like called index, and I've had to create a quick HTML page with just blank, just putting the title and putting down the basic HTML coding you need for a website. But I totally forgot that I accidentally deleted it. Like literally I was gutted because normally I like keeping my desktop all clear and deleting all junk off my PC, and I saw it on there and I totally forgot about the video itself. I deleted it off, and when I noticed someone wanted me to create a second video and adding and showing off different codes, I was like, so you know, I'm not going to delete them anymore. I'm going to save them up and and just keep all my stuff what I do. But basically this is just a follow-up video to show you more codes. If you don't understand what I'm saying right here, then I recommend you to go and see my first video where it explains things a bit more, and it explains to you what I'm using in the video as well, and it shows you all the more basic stuff you need before you go on to this. I will make this a part 2, and I will name this the exact same as my other video as well. I'm going to make this into more of like a parts instead of renaming it and calling it a different video. Okay, so what we're going to do is here we've got your HTML Notepad++, you've got your HTML website, so I'm going to show you a few extra codes. Now there's a tool called a Marquee Tool, and what this does is it's basically something what allows you to have like a scrolling piece of text going across the page, sort of thing. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. If you just copy on what I do, I got to remember I don't spell marquee wrong. Marquee. Then you put BG color and equals. Then you put like little speech things, whatever you want to call them. Sorry, I don't know the names. And then you want to put a code for a number. Colorpicker.com is a good thing to get these codes from, and I'm going to go with a bluish color. So 2E8. So that's going to be like a sort of bluish color. Now if I go space, now you're going to want to do the loop for it, and basically you can have it loop as many times as you want, but if you want to have it on a infinity loop, so it keeps looping and does not stop, you put -1 down, and that means it'll be on a loop or will continuously loop into basically someone leaves the website or whatever, or someone tries to edit the code. So now if you put down scroll amount, it's gonna make, I think I spelled that right. Yeah, I did. Basically here, this is like the speed of it. So I'm gonna put down the speed of like 10 because that's what I want to put. Now I'm gonna pick the width, and basically the width is like how wide it's going to be across the web page, and I recommend this being at 100% because otherwise it does look a bit weird on your web page, and that is a percentage sign next to 100. It does look a little weird, but that is a percentage sign. So yeah, and now what you do is you put like another little bracket to close that, so you have marquee and you have all the different information, and you have the bracket. And now you want to put the text what you want to be scrolling across the page. So I'm just going to say hello YouTube, like so, and then to do this then it's got to end the Marquee Tool like so, and I have spelt that wrong, and doobie-doo. If I spelled, yeah, I thought the U. There we go. So now that's the Marquee Tool. I'm going to now save that, and I'm going to now open up and I closed the folder, silly me. Close, minimize the website, web browser, boom. There we go, blue Marquee Tool. There's the text, but unfortunately the text is in black. It's right there. You can't really see it very well. See it scrolling across. The text is only in black because I haven't set a CSS style to it. Because to get that text to show up, you would normally have a style sheet, what I showed you in the previous tutorial, and you would have made a style for paragraphs. What is very simple. Like if you look at my other tutorial, I showed you how to do it for header 1. So for paragraphs, all you have to do is just change that H1 to a P, and obviously then just select all your different information. If this doesn't make sense, go and check out my first video. So yeah, you change the color by using a style sheet, or you can change it through HTML coding, but I recommend using a style sheet. It's so much more easier and more easy. It's just more practical as well. So obviously that color is in black, but go and change it using style sheet by changing the H1 to P on the style sheet when you're creating it, or just copy the H1 and then make one underneath it and call it P. You'll know what I'm on about if you see my first video. I'm now going to open back up my Notepad++, and now I'm going to show you how to make a table. Tables are very useful if you want to have things evenly spread out and you don't want them all cluttered around. And this is good for images and gallery pages for your website. So what you want to do is obviously quite obvious. You're going to put table. Now you want to put a border, and this is going to be the border for the table. You can. This is the border. Yeah, border. Sorry, losing my train of thought. And so this is how big the border is. So if you want the border to not be visible and you don't want no one to see the edges, you put 0. But if you want people to actually see the edge of the border, then you can put 1 to whatever. I'm just going to put 3 down actually, just to make it clear so you guys can see it. Now I'm going to do the border color. Sorry if I do type slow. I'm not normally typing slow, but I like typing slow when doing sort of this stuff because I don't want to make any mistakes. Because if I make a mistake, then it will mess up the coding. Then I'll obviously have to go back and go and check on it. So I'm going to put the cell color as that. Cell padding. Oops. Forgot the L. See, if I'm not concentrating, I'll miss out stuff, and there's no spell correct or anything like that. So you know, and also just let you know, some of the spellings are in American and different spellings and stuff. It's just because that's how they had it. Cell padding is the thickness, I think it is, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, but I'm just gonna put it as 5. But yeah, basically just mess around with that number. I can't remember what that does. I'm so sorry. But I'm very busy, so I haven't had time to test out some of the different settings. I know I should, but I'm busy. Then cell spacing is like the spaces between the cells, and I'm just going to put that as 5 as well. Whoops. But now I'm going to do the width of the table, and I'm not going to put this 100% because I don't want it to cover up the whole web page, because I want the borders to be visible. So I'm going to put about 60%. It's up to you with this. You can change and mess around with the settings, you know. That's how most people do it. So that's the information. Or close off with a little pointy bracket. So now I've just made the table, but there's nothing in the table. So I'm going to go space down 1, and now I'm actually going to create the table. So if I type in TR for table row, so that's going to be the first row of the table. And then if I put TD, that's like the column. Table D, I can't remember what D stands for now. I can't remember. But like that's sort of like the row. So the table, oh no, the column, sorry. So table row is going right, is like going lengthways, like vertically. No, horizontally, sorry. And then TD is going vertically. I've completely messed that up. Oh, well, I've lost my train of thought. I'll show you what I mean in a second when we preview it. So I'm just going to write down the word first in there, and then I'm going to obviously end this with TD. Now, if you want to put another one next to it, you can put another TD down. And then I could put second in there, and then end that TD. Like, whoops. Like so. And now, obviously, you can put as many rows of these like. I'm just going to copy that, paste it in below, and I'm just going to call that third. Most probably made a spelling mistake. I don't care. I was going to put something more better on there. Oops. World, and then obviously when you have to end the table as well, so you put table like so. Now if I now save this, I'll try to explain to you what I meant by the coding. I'm going to quickly make it a bit more smaller and refresh. Now there's the table. I obviously haven't added any break, but you may notice like this little gap between it is the padding, cell padding. Actually, cell, not cool padding, cell padding. Be good if I actually could do it right. There we go. So basically, TD is this section, then TD is that section, and then hello, boom. See, so table row is the rows going horizontally, and TD is sort of like the vertical rows. And you can put as many as you want next to each other, you know, and you can make it as big as you want. It's up to you how big, but yeah. See, and I put 60% so it doesn't take up the whole width of the page like the Marquee Tool does above. See, there's a big white gap at the far right hand side. So that's how you can neaten stuff out, and you can make this board. I did make it a blue border to go with the top bit, if you didn't guess by the coding. And basically, you know, if you want to make a gap between that, what you can do is you can type in BR for break. I did mention that at the very end of my last video. I forgot about it altogether, but if you put BR, it stands for break, and you don't need to add an end to it. Just add just BR, and it basically creates a space and saved. Why is it not creating this? If I put this in the wrong place. Okay, I have. Yeah. Okay. Normally you put BR to make a break and shift it down, like pressing. It's like pressing the enter button. I didn't quite understand why that didn't change. If I remember, if it pops into my brain later, then I'll tell you. But to be honest, I've got so much rattling around in there. You know, I forget things. I'll even forget my brain if it wasn't stuck inside my skull. So you know. Thinking too much, that's it. But yeah, now I'm going to show you how to do lists. If you want to do like lists like bullet points or ordered lists, these are very simple. They're identical almost, really. What you do if you put OL, you can probably tell what that. You can probably guess what that stands for. If you can't, it stands for ordered list. OL. Very simple. What most people do is they indent this bit here. You can either use spacebar, you can go edit, and you can go indent, and you can go indent, increase indent layer. Then what you can do then is you can type in LI for list, and then that's basically like the list of items. So you can put for example, I'm thinking of a drink right now, so I'm going to put a bit of coffee. End of the list. Go down again, you may want to add another list, so I'm going to add another one, and I like tea, so I'm going to put tea down. So you know, I'm thirsty now, if you couldn't guess. Should have had a drink beside me. I didn't think of that. And well, I like my milk with my tea, so I'm going to put milk down as well. Oh, I'm thirsty now. And obviously, to top it all off, you have to obviously end your ordered list like so. So ordered list, you can probably guess it's an ordered list. So that's 1 to. So that means it's a numbered list, 1 to 3. But imagine you didn't want an ordered list and you wanted an unordered list like bullet points. You could probably guess where this is going right now. UL, unordered list. So, you know, wasn't that hard. You can indent it. I'm just going to press spacebar. I can't be able to go back onto them edit section. You know, I'm boring. You know, and obviously this list bit is exactly the same. So I'm just going to copy this bit apart from over here because I am lazy. Don't criticize me. And obviously, and you have to end the whoops. You can then end the unordered list. You don't have to indent it if you don't want to. You can indent anything you want. So you could even indent this. Whoops, see daisy. You can actually indent this table if you really wanted to, so you can see the table rows a lot more clearly. You know, you can indent it how you want. You don't even have to do it at all, but it just helps you see, and it sort of just makes things stand out more. So you can indent the title, for example, up here. You know, it's just like up to you how you want it. And now I'm going to quickly show you this unordered list. See, it's bullet pointed right here. So that's how you can do lists, tables, and a marquee tool. So now, this is something I forgot. It's a very basic and simple thing. If you want to create a comment, and a comment is basically something what won't be shown on the web page, but it's good for the coder of the website, because he can make notes to himself for future reference when he wants to update it, or if he wants to remember how he did stuff, or he wants to remember how each part of code does. Because you may be watching this video here, sitting out on how to do it, copying out, typing away, you know, maybe changing the words to your own thing, or changing the colours or the borders, or messing around with the settings. But maybe you want to make a note to yourself what each part does, but you don't want it to spam on the web page. So I'm going to show you how to do a comment. If you do a little cornery bracket, an exclamation mark, and then 2 dashes, then there you can put whatever you want. Because if I can spell, so like so, then do what I just did there, like that, and that is basically a comment. If I now save this and then go and refresh my web page, nothing pops up. And the whole point of that is there's nothing there on the web page, nothing hidden, so I can highlight, you know, nothing's there, you know. Whoops. And basically what I've done is I've scrolled right somehow. Okay, I don't know what I did there. Undo. There we go. So yeah, and basically what that means, you can make like little comments to yourself. So you could say like, this is a scrolling text below, sort of thing, and you can leave yourself little notes and all that, so for future reference. So now I've done that, I'm going to show you how to make a form. It's the last part I'm going to do with the tutorial. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to tell you now. Yeah, the form I'm going to tell you is a very basic form. It's a HTML form, and obviously it won't make it 100% working. It won't mean people can fill it in and submit information to your website. There is a bit more you need to do. You need to do PHP, and you will need a server and a host and blah blah blah. So I'm going to show you the basic HTML code you can use to make a form, but I'm not going to show you actually how to set a form up. I'm just going to show you how you can add it to your website. If you want to learn how to add a form to your whole website and actually make it submittable, you have to look for another video, because I don't like making forms. I know how to HTML code them, but I don't like PHP, ASP, you know, JSP, something like that. I can't think of it. You know, I don't like nothing like that. So I'm going to just show you how you can create a form. So if I put a little bracket and type in form of, form. Now if I put action, this will be like the action of when it's clicked on submit. So then here you would put like a PHP document or an ASP document. So I'm just going to call this demo form, like, whoops, forgot the file extension, so ASP or PHP you would have. And that basically means, like, once you clicked submit, the action is to demo underscore form. Like so, it'll open up a file called demo underscore form. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's stating that you're going to do a form. So now, what you want to do is you want to do text. So to the left of things, it'll have the question. So like how, I'm trying to think. Just going to do that, and that'll be your question. So now what you do is you do space, and now you want to put the actual inbox bit. So you put bracket, you put input, space, type, equals text. Just copy out what I'm doing right here, and then you put space, name. And this name bit will help you. Whoops, forgot the equal sign. And this name bit will help you for when you're looking at the form responses in the ASP file. So you want to call this the exact same as your question. So how old are you? And then you'll put value. This value bit, you can leave blank, sort of thing. But if you want a, for example, like some forms are either like the fields are blank, or it says click here to edit. So you can put like click here to edit, and I'll leave the second one blank to show you what I mean. Now you want to add a break here, otherwise you don't want all your forms to be side by side. Now I'm just going to do another one, so I'm going to say how are you? Whoops. So now it's going to do the exact same. So input type equals text. Whoops, be good if I can spell. So I'm trying to rush. Sorry that the tutorials are so long, but you know, I like to perfect things and I like to get all the information in. And obviously you guys don't want a rushed video. I know some of you guys may not be patient enough. I'm gonna leave this field blank to watch, but sorry guys, you know I like getting all the detail in. So now you've done all the like form inputs. You can put more, and now once you've done that, you may want to put a submit button in. So what you do is if you put input space type equals submit, make sure I spell it all right, and put value, oops, equals, then submit, whoops, if I can spell, like so, and then end the form like you would have to do with anything else. Hopefully guys, yeah, once watching all these videos you're sort of following along. Save that, and now if I then open up and refresh, there we go. See, and if you notice, yeah, where I put in the value, click here to edit, that's sort of like pre-filled in text, but I don't recommend having pre-filled text because most forms work here that all fields must be filled in. Some of them don't even work on that. Sometimes they'll just let you submit it when not even them are filled. See, it doesn't recognize the file for the submit demo_form.asp. But I recommend though having them blank, so then it's harder for people to submit random stuff to you with like half filled in things. But you can obviously fill in your information, so you know. You do that and you can just submit it. But obviously it's trying to find the demo_form.asp file, but I don't have one. But that's basically a form. So that's pretty much for how you can submit information to your website. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been a tutorial, or a second part tutorial on how to do basic HTML coding. This coding is a tiny bit more advanced, but I'm going to call it the exact same as the first video because obviously I'm just going to make parters instead of calling them different video names. Otherwise, it's going to confuse people a tiny little bit, I think. So yeah, guys, I'm just going to close all this now. So guys, thanks for watching Skullz Platz channel. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and if you want more videos, please let me know. I'm going to tell you now, I am running out of HTML code ideas because these are all the codes I know off my head. So I'm going to have to start trying to pick my brains and try and remember anything else before I start teaching more. I may teach more about style sheets in the next video if people want to know more HTML coding. So please guys, thanks for watching Skullz Platz channel, and see ya.